AFCI outlets, while generally safe, sometimes raise concerns among inspectors. One concern involves false positives. AFCI outlets can occasionally trip due to false positives, often triggered by specific electronic devices or appliances. This can lead to inconvenience and the need for frequent resets. Another consideration involves load limitations. AFCI outlets have load limitations, meaning they can't handle excessive electrical loads. If the connected load exceeds the outlet's capacity, it can cause the AFCI to trip. Inspectors may require additional circuits or outlets to be installed to meet electrical demands. Incompatible devices are also a factor. Some older or specialized devices may not be compatible with AFCI outlets. These devices may draw power in ways that trigger the AFCI's protection mechanism, resulting in false trips. The 2020 National Electrical Code, or NEC, mandates AFCI protection for outlets in specific areas of residential dwellings. These areas include bedroom areas, living rooms, family rooms, dining rooms, closets, hallways, and laundry rooms. Regarding loads permitted on AFCI outlets, the NEC doesn't explicitly prohibit any type of load from being connected to AFCI outlets. However, it's crucial to consider the outlet's load rating and adhere to manufacturers' instructions to prevent overloading. To find AFCI outlets in the Los Angeles area, you can visit major home improvement stores like Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, and True Value. It is always recommended to consult with a licensed electrician for proper installation and inspection of AFCI outlets. They can evaluate your home's specific electrical needs and ensure that all components are functioning safely and comply with code requirements. To further elaborate on AFCI outlets, it's important to understand their function and the technology behind them. AFCI stands for Arc Fault Circuit Interrupter. These outlets are designed to detect arc faults, which are dangerous electrical conditions that can lead to fires. An arc fault is an unintended electrical discharge between two or more conductors. This can occur due to damaged wiring, loose connections, or insulation breakdown. Arc faults generate heat and can ignite nearby flammable materials. AFCI outlets work by monitoring the electrical current flowing through the circuit. They are designed to detect specific patterns in the current that are indicative of an arc fault. When an arc fault is detected, the AFCI outlet quickly trips, cutting off the power to the circuit and preventing a fire. There are two main types of AFCI protection: branch or feeder AFCI and outlet branch circuit AFCI. Branch or feeder AFCIs are installed in the electrical panel and provide protection for the entire branch circuit. Outlet branch circuit AFCIs are installed at the outlet location and provide protection for the specific outlet and any downstream wiring or devices. When dealing with false positives, it is important to understand why they occur. Some electronic devices, such as certain types of dimmers, motors, and power supplies, can generate electrical noise that mimics the patterns of an arc fault. This can cause the AFCI outlet to trip even when there is no actual arc fault present. To mitigate false positives, it may be necessary to replace the problematic device with a different model or to install a line filter to reduce the electrical noise. Regarding load limitations, AFCI outlets are typically rated for 15 amps or 20 amps. It is important to ensure that the total load connected to the AFCI outlet does not exceed its rating. Overloading the outlet can cause it to trip and may also damage the outlet or the connected devices. When connecting multiple devices to an AFCI outlet, it is important to calculate the total load. A load is typically expressed in watts, and it can be found on the device's nameplate. To calculate the total load, add up the wattage of all the connected devices. Then divide the total wattage by the voltage of the circuit, which is typically 120 volts in residential applications. This will give you the total current in amps. Ensure that the total current does not exceed the outlet's rating. Incompatible devices can also cause problems with AFCI outlets. Some older or specialized devices may not be designed to work with AFCI technology. These devices may draw power in a way that triggers the AFCI's protection mechanism, resulting in false trips. In some cases, it may be necessary to replace the incompatible device with a newer model that is compatible with AFCI technology. It's worth noting that AFCI technology is constantly evolving. Manufacturers are continuously improving the design of AFCI outlets to reduce the occurrence of false positives and improve their compatibility with various devices. Staying updated with the latest advancements in AFCI technology is crucial for electrical contractors and homeowners. The NEC requirements for AFCI protection have been expanded over the years. The 2020 NEC requires AFCI protection for most 120-volt, 15-amp and 20-amp branch circuits supplying outlets or devices installed in dwelling units. The specific areas where AFCI protection is required include bedrooms, living rooms, family rooms, dining rooms, closets, hallways, laundry areas, and similar rooms or areas. The purpose of these requirements is to provide enhanced protection against electrical fires in residential dwellings. It's important to understand the specific requirements of the NEC in your jurisdiction, as local amendments may exist. Consulting with a qualified electrician is always recommended to ensure compliance with the applicable electrical codes. When installing AFCI outlets, it's essential to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. Incorrect installation can compromise the outlet's performance and may even create a safety hazard. Ensure that the outlet is properly grounded and that all connections are tight. Also, be sure to test the outlet after installation to verify that it is functioning correctly. AFCI outlets typically have a test button that can be used to simulate an arc fault and verify that the outlet trips. Press the test button and confirm that the outlet trips and cuts off the power to the circuit. If the outlet does not trip, it may be defective and should be replaced. In addition to AFCI outlets, there are also ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI outlets. GFCI outlets are designed to protect against electric shock. They work by monitoring the current flowing through the circuit and detecting any leakage current. Leakage current occurs when electricity flows through an unintended path, such as through a person's body. When leakage current is detected, the GFCI outlet quickly trips, cutting off the power to the circuit and preventing an electric shock. GFCI protection is typically required in areas where there is a high risk of electric shock, such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor locations. GFCI outlets and AFCI outlets serve different purposes and provide different types of protection. GFCI outlets protect against electric shock, while AFCI outlets protect against electrical fires. In some cases, it may be necessary to install both GFCI and AFCI protection on the same circuit. Combination GFCI/AFCI outlets are available that provide both types of protection in a single device. When selecting AFCI outlets, it is important to choose a reputable brand and to purchase outlets that are listed by a recognized testing laboratory, such as Underwriters Laboratories or all. UL listing indicates that the outlet has been tested and certified to meet safety standards. It is also important to consider the outlet's features and specifications. Some AFCI outlets have features such as indicator lights that provide information about the outlet's status. Others have remote testing capabilities that allow the outlet to be tested from a remote location. The cost of AFCI outlets can vary depending on the brand, features, and specifications. Generally, AFCI outlets are more expensive than standard outlets. However, the added protection they provide is well worth the investment. When replacing existing outlets with AFCI outlets, it is important to turn off the power to the circuit at the electrical panel before starting work. This will prevent electric shock. Use a voltage tester to verify that the power is off before touching any wires. Disconnect the wires from the existing outlet and connect them to the new AFCI outlet following the manufacturer's instructions. Ensure that all connections are tight and that the outlet is properly grounded. After installing the AFCI outlet, turn the power back on at the electrical panel and test the outlet to verify that it is functioning correctly. Press the test button and confirm that the outlet trips and cuts off the power to the circuit. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it is best to hire a qualified electrician to install AFCI outlets. Working with electricity can be dangerous, and it is important to take precautions to prevent electric shock. An electrician will have the knowledge and experience to install AFCI outlets safely and correctly. In addition to installing AFCI outlets, it is also important to maintain your electrical system properly. Regularly inspect your wiring for any signs of damage or deterioration. Replace any damaged or worn wiring immediately. Also, ensure that all electrical connections are tight and that there are no loose wires. Over time, electrical connections can loosen due to vibration and temperature changes. Loose connections can cause arcing and overheating, which can lead to fires. Periodically check your electrical panel for any signs of corrosion or damage. If you notice any problems, contact a qualified electrician to have them repaired. A well-maintained electrical system is essential for safety and reliability. To summarize, AFCI outlets are an important safety device that can help prevent electrical fires. They are designed to detect arc faults and quickly cut off the power to the circuit. While AFCI outlets can sometimes trip due to false positives, the added protection they provide is well worth the inconvenience. The NEC requires AFCI protection in specific areas of residential dwellings. When installing AFCI outlets, it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully and to test the outlet after installation to verify that it is functioning correctly. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it is best to hire a qualified electrician to install AFCI outlets. Remember, electrical safety is paramount. Taking the necessary precautions can help protect yourself and your family from electrical hazards. Always consult with a qualified electrician for any electrical work or concerns. They can provide expert advice and ensure that your electrical system is safe and up to code. The information provided here is for general guidance only and should not be considered a substitute for professional electrical advice. Electricity can be dangerous, and it is important to take all necessary precautions.